Decoding Ancient Astronauts. Separating myth from reality is our quest today. In the labyrinth of history, a theory has been whispered for centuries, often shrouded in intrigue and skepticism: the theory of ancient astronauts. This tantalizing idea suggests that our ancestors were visited by extraterrestrial beings who may have influenced the course of human civilizations. Over the years, this theory has seeped into our pop culture, coloring our sci-fi novels, movies, and even our comic books. However, despite its popularity, it remains a hotbed of controversy. Critics and supporters alike lock horns in heated debates, questioning the very fabric of our understanding of history and the universe. Is this theory a mere flight of fancy, or could it hold a grain of truth? Could our ancestors have been the hosts to celestial visitors? These are the questions that beckon us, invite us to explore the unknown, dive with us into the depths of this intriguing theory. The ancient astronaut theory wasn't born in a day. Just like any great idea, it took time, a sprinkle of audacity, and a dash of imagination. Picture the late 19th and early 20th century, a time when humanity was on the brink of unprecedented technological advancements. In this period of rapid change, some minds dared to look back and question the past. One such mind was Charles Fort, a man who was as eccentric as he was enigmatic. Fort was not an archaeologist, nor was he a historian, but he possessed an insatiable curiosity about the unexplained phenomena of the world. He pored over ancient texts and historical records, compiling thousands of notes about strange occurrences and phenomena. It was through this meticulous research that he began to propose what many considered outrageous at the time: that Earth had been visited by extraterrestrial beings in the distant past. Fort's ideas, as radical as they were, did not gain immediate acceptance. However, they did plant a seed in the collective consciousness, a seed that would eventually grow into the ancient astronaut theory. The growth of this theory was further spurred on by the blossoming genre of science fiction literature. Pioneering authors like H.G. Wells and Jules Verne captured the public's imagination with tales of advanced civilizations and interstellar travel. These stories, though fictional, opened up new possibilities in the minds of readers. They posed profound questions. If humans could dream of such fantastic voyages, could it not be possible that beings from other worlds had already accomplished them? Could the mysteries of our ancient past be the remnants of their visits? The interplay between fact and fiction, between history and imagination, gave birth to a theory that continues to captivate and confound us to this day. It challenged us to look at our past with new eyes and to question the very foundations of human history. Thus, the seeds of the ancient astronaut theory were sown. And like any seed, it needed time, curiosity, and a touch of audacity to grow into the intriguing theory we know today. The 1960s and 70s were a time of revolution, even for our theory. Indeed, it was during this time that the ancient astronaut theory experienced a veritable explosion in popularity. This sudden interest in the theory was not without its reasons, of course. The era was one of rapid change and upheaval, a time when people were more open to new ideas and willing to question established norms. One of the key catalysts for this surge in popularity was a book titled Chariots of the Gods by Erich von Däniken. Published in the late 60s, this book posed a simple yet profound question. What if the gods of ancient civilizations were not supernatural beings but extraterrestrial visitors? Von Däniken proposed that many of the technological and cultural leaps of ancient civilizations were too advanced for their time, suggesting an extraterrestrial influence. His ideas, while controversial, resonated with many. The book quickly became a bestseller and sparked a wave of interest in the ancient astronaut theory. It wasn't long before von Däniken's ideas were being discussed in mainstream media, and the theory started to gain traction. Other key works soon followed, each adding new layers to the theory and further popularizing it. These works invited readers to look at ancient civilizations with fresh eyes, to question established narratives, and to consider the possibility of extraterrestrial influence. It's important to note, however, that this period was not just about the proliferation of the theory, but also about its evolution. As more people engaged with the theory, it began to evolve and refine. New perspectives and interpretations emerged, contributing to the rich tapestry of ideas that constitute the ancient astronaut theory today. The 1960s and 70s were indeed a pivotal time for the ancient astronaut theory. It was a time when the theory moved from the fringes of academia into the mainstream consciousness. It was a time when the theory was not just born, but truly took flight. As the 70s drew to a close, it was clear that the ancient astronaut theory had taken flight, and there was no turning back. Fast forward to the present day, the theory still holds a certain charm. The idea of ancient astronauts has been catapulted into the mainstream, finding its way into popular culture and media. It's not uncommon to see the theory being explored in TV shows, movies, and documentaries, with the television series Ancient Aliens perhaps being the most well-known example. This show delves into the theory, presenting evidence and arguments to support the idea of extraterrestrial visitations in our planet's distant past. But it's not all smooth sailing for the ancient astronaut theory. As it steps into the spotlight, it also finds itself under intense scrutiny. Mainstream scientists and historians often criticize the theory, stating that it's built on misinterpretations of historical and archaeological evidence. They argue that what proponents of the theory see as signs of ancient alien visitation can be explained through natural phenomena or human activity. Critics also point out that the theory often relies on a lack of knowledge or understanding rather than concrete evidence. They caution against the danger of filling gaps in our knowledge with speculative ideas, reminding us that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Yet, despite the criticism, the theory of ancient astronauts continues to thrive in certain circles. Its proponents argue that mainstream science is too quick to dismiss the extraordinary, that it's too rigid in its thinking. They believe that there's more to our past than what's currently accepted, that our ancestors may have had encounters with beings from other worlds. The theory also appeals to our innate curiosity, our fascination with the unknown. It challenges us to question what we know, to go beyond established beliefs. It's an idea that, while controversial, refuses to fade into obscurity. In a world where we're constantly searching for answers, for meaning, the theory of ancient astronauts offers a tantalizing possibility. It presents a narrative that's grand, mysterious, and above all, human. It's a narrative that speaks to our past, our present, and our future. A narrative that, despite its many challenges, continues to intrigue and inspire. The theory, though controversial, continues to captivate minds worldwide. Now let's decode the ancient astronaut theory, separating myth from reality. This theory, intriguing as it may be, has faced significant scrutiny. It's crucial to remember that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and as it stands, the ancient astronaut theory lacks this empirical backing. While ancient texts and artifacts may hint at encounters with otherworldly beings, these could also be interpreted as metaphorical or symbolic, or simply misunderstood due to our modern perspectives. Let's briefly delve into the realm of science. When we look at the phenomena often attributed to ancient astronauts, such as the construction of the pyramids or the Nazca lines, there are plausible scientific explanations. For instance, the pyramids, as grand as they may be, were likely built using simple tools and sheer human effort, guided by impressive ancient knowledge of mathematics and astronomy. The Nazca lines, despite appearing only visible from the sky, were probably created using a basic grid system and could be seen from nearby hilltops. Furthermore, the idea that ancient civilizations needed extraterrestrial assistance to achieve their architectural feats can be seen as somewhat dismissive of their ingenuity and capability. These civilizations were far from primitive. They had astronomers, engineers, and architects who were capable of incredible feats of design and construction. However, this is not to say that the ancient astronaut theory should be entirely dismissed. The universe is vast, and the possibility of extraterrestrial life is a subject of ongoing scientific investigation. The mysteries of our ancient past may still hold many secrets yet to be discovered, but it's important to separate the thrill of mystery from the rigors of scientific inquiry. To move a theory from the realm of speculation to accepted fact requires robust, repeatable evidence. And until such evidence is presented, we must remain skeptical. The line between myth and reality, it seems, is not as clear as we would like. Our journey into the world of ancient astronauts has been intriguing, to say the least. We've delved into the birth of this theory, witnessed its flight, and examined its standing today. We've scrutinized ancient texts, studied old architecture, and pondered upon mysterious artifacts. But in this odyssey of ours, a critical lesson has emerged. To separate myth from reality, critical thinking and scientific inquiry are our most powerful tools. They act as our compass in the vast sea of theories and conjecture. One must never dismiss a theory outright, but equally we should not accept it blindly. The balance between curiosity and skepticism is the key. It's this balance that leads us to truth and understanding. Remember, it's our collective responsibility to probe the unknown, but we must do so with an open yet discerning mind. As we decode the mysteries of our past, we must tread the fine line between curiosity and credulity.